So today we are going to discuss about a basic electric field concept. So electric fields and charges. So in this one, first main topic, today we are going to discuss about electric charge theory. So properties of the electric charge, classification of materials, as well as electrification. So these topics we are going to discuss today. So today we are going to discuss electric charge theory, basic theory. Next, properties of charge. Next, classification of materials. Next one, electrification. Now, so in this one, first one, electric charge theory. What is meant by electric charge? So what is a electric charge? Now, so what is meant by electrostatics? What is meant by electrostatics? So electrostatic is nothing but it deals with charge that is at rest. Electrostatic, static means that is at rest. So electrostatic means that deals with charges which are at rest. Now, so here also electrostatic that deals with electric charges which are at rest. Now, so here who invented this one? This Greek first noticed electric charge by rubbing amber with fur. Now, the Greek word for amber is electron. Next, sometimes if you rub a comb with, if you use this comb, then that will attract small pieces of paper. So you may observe this one. So this one also you may observe, or so your air is going to attract some balloons. So this way, this is also a general observation. Now, so what is going on here in these observations? Let's check this one. So this body is holding charges on its surfaces. That means these charges are not in motion. These are stationary charges. Here in this diagram, some charges are there. They are in the surface. They are on the surface of the object, and these are at rest. So that this comes under which situation? Electrostatic. This comes under electrostatics. Now, or this is also called static electricity. Next one, in a wire, in a current carrying wire or a copper wire, some charges are going to move. So negative terminal, positive terminal. If you connect a wire between two terminals of a battery, like positive and negative terminal, then what happens? So electron is going to move from one place to other place. On which side it will move? It will move from negative side to positive side, like this. So electrons will move like this. So this is comes under current electricity. Here charges are in motion, so that this is comes under current electricity. So what is meant by electrostatics? So if it is dealing with charges, those are at rest, then that is comes under electrostatics. So if you are dealing with charges, those are in motion, then that is comes under current electricity, like this. So if the charges are moving, then that is comes under current electricity. Now, so main difference between electrostatics and current electricity is nothing but charges are stationary, then that is comes under electrostatics. Charges are in motion, then that is comes under current electricity. If the charges are in if the charges are at rest, then that comes under electrostatics. When charges are in motion, then that comes under current electricity. Next, what is the basic concept of charge? What is the basic concept of charge? What is charge? What is meant by charge? So just go through the definition once. So it is a physical property like matter, nothing but mass. Like mass, charge is also a physical property. Now that causes it to experience a force when close to other electrically charged matter. So here charge is nothing but charge is a physical property like mass. So here it experience or body experiences a force when it is close to another electrically charged matter or a body. So here what is meant by charge? So that is a physical property. So when you get when you are going to observe that one, if any body experiences a force when it is close to the other electrically charged body, then the concept of charge will come. So if any object having charge, then that will either attract or repel when it is very close to the object or electrically charged object. When you get the concept of charge, if any object is charged means when it is placed close to the object, electrically charged object, then that experience may force either repulsive force or attractive force. So in this case, charge concept will come. Next. So here force of attraction is there in between opposite charges. If one is positive, other one is negative, two bodies are there. One is positive, other one is negative, and there is a force of attraction for opposite charges. Next. So same charges or like charges repel each other, so that force of repulsion is there. Now this force is due to the property of charge only. So we are concluding that so why we are getting force of attraction or force of repulsion, that is due to charge only. We are getting force of repulsion or attraction due to charge. So the charge is, what is the main criteria of charge? Charge is also a property, physical property like mass. Next. So charges can be divided into, or charges can be classified as, one is positive charge, other one is a negative charge. Next. So what is meant by positive charge? So can you give any example for that? A proton having a positive charge. Least positive charge is for a proton only. So what is the least possible, which object or which quantity having a least possible charge? Proton. Proton having a least possible charge. That is positive only. Next. So electron is said to be negatively charged. So negative charge, least possible charge is for a negative charge is for a electron only. So electron having a least possible negative charge. So positive charge means that is having proton having positive charge, and electron having a least possible negative charge. So these are the basic classification of charge. Next. So what is the least possible charge value? What is the least possible charge? That is E equal to, that is represented with E, that is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. What is the value of least possible charge? That is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Next. What is the magnitude of the charge? Is it scalar or vector? Magnitude of the charge is how much? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. That is the least possible charge in the universe. Next. It is a scalar quantity. Charge is a scalar quantity. Charge is a scalar quantity. Now, what is the SI unit for charge? Charge SI unit is a coulomb. That is represented with a capital C. SI unit of charge is a coulomb. That is represented with the letter capital C. What is the dimensional formula for charge? What is the dimensional formula for charge? So current dimensional formula is there, ampere. So from that one we need to solve. Current can be written as I equal to Q by T. So from this one Q can be written as I into T. Now from this one, can you write a dimensional formula for charge? For charge dimensional formula AT, or we need to write this one as m power 0, L power 0, T power 1, A. T power 1, A. Or sometimes we can write A as I also. or m power 0, L power 0, T power 1 into I power 1 also we can write. So either of this one. So this is the dimensional formula for a charge. Charge is a vector quantity or scalar quantity? Charge is a scalar quantity. What is the SI unit for that one? SI unit is a coulomb. Next, that is denoted by letter capital C. Next, dimensional formula. Sometimes we can write it as a AT or m power 0, L power 0, T power 1, A. Next, or we can write the same dimensional formula as like this also, m power 0, L power 0, T power 1, I power 1. Now, next one. So basic properties of charge. Basic properties of charge. So charge is like a mass. Like a mass, charge is also a fundamental quantity. Charge is a fundamental quantity. Charge carried by a proton is positive. Charge carried by electron is a negative. Next one. So like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. So here is a diagram. Here some two negative charges are there. They are going to repel each other. Here two positives are positive charges also there. They are going to repel each other. Here one positive and one negative charge is there, so that they are going to attract. So what is the original diagram? Original diagram is like this. So if you hang two charges like this, if these two are negative charges, then they will repel each other like this. If these two are positive, so in this case also they will repel each other. If these two charges are, one is positive and other one is negative, then these are going to attract each other. Now from this one we can conclude that unlike charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. Unlike charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. Next, force between the charges varies with the inverse square law. Force between the charges varies with the inverse square, inversely proportional. Next, so electric charge is always conserved. Electric charge is always conserved. So what is the basic property? First property is force between the charges varies with inverse square law. Next one, electric charge is always conserved. Electric charge is always conserved. So what is meant by conservation? What is meant by conservation? There is no loss. Conservation is there means there is no loss. So if you like mass, this is also conserved. Like mass, electric charge also conserved. Now, so next property, electric charge is quantized. Electric charge is quantized. So next in the next slides we are going to explain detailed. These are the basic one. Next one, electric charge is additive. Electric charge is additive. That means total charge is nothing but algebraic sum of the individuals. Total charge is nothing but algebraic sum of the individuals. Next one. So let me discuss these properties. So once again, so electric charge is invariant. Electric charge is invariant. That means it does not depend on motion of the body. It does not depend on motion of the body. So for example, so one charge is there, one object is there that is having charge 2 coulombs. That is at rest. If the same object is in motion, so that is having 2 coulombs only. That means when that is at rest or that is in motion, charge is constant. So that is the explanation for this one. Electric charge is does not depends on motion of the body or charge. So let me discuss these ones. So I will discuss the properties once again in next slides now. So go through this one. So general property. These are general property. So electric charge density is sharply at curved surface than flat surface. So go through these diagrams. For this one, distribution is equal distribution is there for charge. So this is a uniform object, so that assume that this is a sphere. For this one, or a ring. For this one, equal distribution is there. That means the separation between each and every charge is same. Now, so take this diagram. So this object is having some sharp curve. Sharp curve is there for this object. Object shape is like this. Now for this one, so most of the positive charges are concentrated at a sharp curve only. So check this diagram once. Here, majority of the positive charges are concentrated at this sharp curve. Now, what is the conclusion from this diagram? What is the conclusion from this diagram? Charge density is more at sharp curves. Charge density is more at curved surfaces. Or simply we can say that charge is more at curved surfaces. Charge density is more at curved surfaces. Check this diagram once. So for this normal distribution or equal distribution is there. For this one, more charge is concentrated at sharp curves. So charge density is more at sharp curves. Sharp curves are sharp curved surfaces. Next one. Go through one MCQ. So charges attract each other. Which charges are going to attract each other? Unlike charges, like charges, neutral, similar. So what is our answer? Unlike charges attract each other. Next one. So which charges repel each other? Like charges repel each other. Next one. Charge density is maximum at curved surfaces. Charge density is maximum at curved surfaces. Next. So these are the general things. General things about charge. In previous case we discussed only general things about the charge. Now, properties. Just go through the basic properties of the charge. So these points are important. So up to this one, general things we discussed. Next one. Properties of basic properties of electric charge we need to discuss. Now, what are the basic properties of electric charge? You have to remember these properties. Now, what is the first property? Quantization of the charge. Quantization of charge. That means charge is quantized. Charge is quantized. Quantization of the charge means we can express any charge in multiples of basic charge. We can express any charge in terms of multiples of basic charge. So we can express any charge like this: n into E. N is a positive number. In numerical value, that is a positive number. We can express any charge like this. Any charge in the universe like this. This is called quantization of the charge. What is meant by quantization? We can express any charge integral multiple of basic charge E. What is the value of E? E value is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. This is the magnitude of basic charge. Basic charge value. This is for a electron and proton also. Proton and electron having basic charge same only. Now, so any charge in the universe, we can express any charge with integral multiple of basic charge E. We can express any charge in the universe like this. Then this is called as a quantization of charge. This is called a quantization of charge. So we can express any charge integral multiple of basic charge E. That is called a quantization of the charge. Next one. Next property. Conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. Charge is conserved. Charge is conserved in the universe like mass. Charge is conserved like mass. Charge is conserved. Charge is conserved like mass. Because there is no loss in charge value. So here in any process, So before that process, total charge is same as total charge after that process. For example, if you consider nuclear reactions, before the reactions, total charge is same as total charge after reaction. So that means charge is conserved. Next property. Next property, charge can be, charge can be either positive, negative or zero. Charge can be either positive or negative or zero. So here charge is always negative. Is it correct? No. Charge may be negative, positive or zero. Next property. Next one. Charge carried by a body does not depend on its velocity. So charge carried by a body does not depend on its velocity, whether that is at rest or that is at motion. Charge is same only. Charge carried by a body does not depend on its velocity. Next one, last point, the force between the charges can be attractive or repulsive. The force between the charges can be attractive or repulsive. So here are the properties of basic properties of electric charge. Just go through this one once again. What is the first property? What is the first property? Quantization of the charge. That means electric charge is quantized. Electric charge is quantized or charge is quantized. What is meant by quantization? Quantization means any charge, we can express any charge in the integral multiple of basic charge. That is nothing but a quantization of the charge. So charge is always quantized. Next, second point, charge is conserved. Charge is conserved. So total charge is conserved in the universe. In the universe, total charge is always conserved. There is no loss in charge value. Next point, charge can be either positive, negative or zero. Charge can be either positive, negative or zero. Next one, charge carried by body does not depend on its velocity of the body. Charge carried by a body does not depend on its velocity of the body. Does not depend on its velocity. Next one, last point, the force between the charges can be either attractive or repulsive. Can be attractive or repulsive. The force between the charges may be attractive or repulsive. These are the basic properties of the electric charge. Just remember all these 5 points. So is this clear? Just we are going to learn in detail about each and every point. So first we need to discuss these two, quantization of charge and conservation of charge. We are going to discuss further. So is the points are clear? So charge can be positive or negative or zero. No need to discuss further for this one. Here a charge carried by body does not depend on velocity. So this is also not having any discussion. This one you will get a last one in last only. So electric fields, Coulomb's law. We are going to discuss there. Now we need to discuss first two properties. First one. So what is the first one? Quantization of charge. No. So this is the general theory. So these are the 5 points, important 5 points about basic properties of electric charge. Is the points are clear? Is all these points are clear? Check it once. Then I will go through the next one. You have to remember these 5 points. Take a screenshot and save that one. Now, next one. So how many charges are there we have? We have how many charges? So positive, negative and zero charge. Now we have seen that there are two types of charges. One is positive, other one is negative. Next, if the size of charged bodies are very small compared to the distance between them, then we need to treat that one as a point charges. So what is meant by point charge? So this is the definition for that. So what is meant by positive point charge? If the distance between the charges is very high compared to the size, then we can take those charges as point charges. That is the definition of point charge. Next, so all the charge content of the body is assumed to be concentrated at one place, one point in the space. So here all the charges are concentrated at one point. That is for point charge. For the point charge, what is the assumption? All the charges are concentrated at one point only. Next one. These are the basic things. Now, addition of charge. How you are going to add more than one charge? So we need to add charges algebraically. Algebraically means we need to consider sign also. So for example, so if Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on, Q1 are the charges, then we need to add charges like this. So we need to include sign also, both magnitude and sign also. Is this clear? If you want to add more than one charge, then we need to add like this. We need to place a charge sign also, sign of the charge also. Next one. Next. So if you compare to the mass, mass is always positive. If you compare charge with mass, mass is always positive. But what about charge? Charge may be positive, negative, or zero. Charge may be positive or negative, but mass is always positive only. Now, for charge, we need to use a proper sign while we are adding. Now, for example, here is the 5 charges. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 and 5. Then if you want to add, we need to add like this. So including charge also we need to write. Including sign also. Including sign we need to write. So this is also plus 5. Now what is the value of this one? 15 total. Now let's go through the other example. So these are the general properties, general things about a charge. Now, coming to the topic, quantization of the charge explanation. What is meant by quantization? Quantization of a charge. Now, so quantization of charge means we need to express, we can express any charge in the universe in the integral multiple of basic charge E. That is the quantization of charge. So, what is quantization of charge? Quantization of charge and enti? So యూనివర్స్ లో ఏ చార్జ్ నైనా మనం ఎలా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయొచ్చు? n into e అని రాసేయచ్చు. n అంటే ఏ పాజిటివ్ ఇంటిజర్, సో ఇంటిజర్ నెంబర్ అన్నమాట. సో n into e ని రాయొచ్చు, దాన్ని క్వాంటైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ అంటారు. సో హియర్, సో a charge can be written as plus or minus ne. So that means a charge on a body is q, we can express that one in terms of e's also. E is nothing but charge of electron or proton. Now, so charge on electron we are taking it as a negative. Charge on proton is a positive. So we need to write electron charge as minus e, proton charge as plus e. Next. So electric charge is always integral multiple, so that we can write like this. So here charge of electron is always integral multiple of basic charge. So Q can be written as plus or minus Ne. This is the first formula in this case. Next one. So quantization of charge is experimentally. First experimental setup or experimental proof is given by Faraday. So who gave the experimental setup? The quantization of charge first suggested by Faraday. After that, demonstration is given by Millikan. Next one. So SI unit already we discussed. SI unit is a Coulomb only. Next. So if a body contains, just go through this one. If a body contains n1 number of electrons, n2 number of protons, then total charge can be written as n1 into minus E, because electrons, so n1 into minus E. So n2 into protons, so n2 into plus E. Then it will becomes n2 minus n1 into E is the total charge. What is the total charge of that one? Here, one body or object contains n1 number of electrons, n2 number of protons. Then total charge can be expressed as n1 into minus E and n2 into plus E. Then n2 minus n1 into E. So here n1 and n2 are the positive integers. Now, so size of electron, size of charge is 10 power, order of 10 power minus 19, So generally, general representation for charge is microcoulombs. General representation generally, so we are going to use either microcoulombs or nanocoulombs. So majority of the cases we are using a microcoulombs concept. So this is a micro level concept. So these are the general things only. This is a micro level concept. So nothing specification about this one. No need to specify this one. Next one. Conservation of charge. So conservation of charge. What is meant by conservation of charge? So law of conservation of charge. So how you are going to explain this one? Law of conservation of charge means so charge is always remains constant. Charge is always remains constant. That is a law of conservation of charge. Charge is always remains constant. Now, so can you define this one in other way? Charge neither be created nor be destroyed. We can specify like that also. So charge is always remains constant. This is mathematically. Generally, charge neither be created nor be destroyed also. Now, for example, so for conservation of charge, just go through one example. Here, two objects are there. So one is A, other one is B. So how many charges are there? Here, 5 positives are there. Here, 8 positives are there. Now, if they are placed in contact, then charge distribution is like this. Now, total charge is how much here? So total charge is how much here? Here, how much is the total charge? See, in first object, how much is the total charge? 5 positive charges are there. Here, 5 plus 3, 8. Total 13. Here, 3, 3, 6. Here, 6. So here, how many charges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only. Now, so here, what is the total charge before contact? 5 plus 7, 12. Next, here, what is the total charge? 6 plus 6, 12. So, before contact 12, after contact 12 only. So that total charge before contact is equal to after contact. So this is nothing but conservation of charge. This is nothing but a law of conservation of charge or conservation of charge. So total charge is constant. So that means that charge in this case, charge from B is transferred to charge A. So that so it will get 6 and it will also get 6 only. Here, so a positive charge transferred from one object to other object here. So this is nothing but a conservation of charge. Next one. Next one, if a glass rod rubbed with silk, then that becomes a positive. So that becomes positive means that acquires positive charge. So how you are going to conclude? For example, just consider a glass rod is rubbed with silk that acquires a positive charge. A glass rod rubbed with silk, then that acquires a positive charge. Now, what is your conclusion? So that acquires positive charge means that acquires some that acquires positive charge means so there is a extra positive charge becomes positive means what is your conclusion? They got extra positive charge or they lose negative charge. Which one is correct? If any object acquires positive charge means that won't get any positive charge from universe. So what we need to conclude that loses some negative charge. If any object loses some negative charge, then that acquires a positive charge. Now, in other words, is a object A that acquires negative charge. What is your conclusion? First one is a object A. Assume that this is the object B. This is object B. So A acquires positive charge means what we need to conclude? A loses some negative charge. A loses some negative charge. Next one, I am saying that B acquires negative charge. Just I am saying that B acquires negative charge. So what is your conclusion? What we need to say? This acquires negative charge. So here just I am giving example. Object A acquires a positive charge or a glass rod rubbed with silk that acquires a positive charge. So that acquires positive charge means how we need to conclude? We need to conclude that that loses negative charge. When object loses negative charge, then that may acquires a positive charge. We need to conclude like this only. So don't say that acquires some positive charge. Don't say like that. So how we are going to, or we need to conclude object A loses some negative charge so that acquires positive charge. Next one, similar example, object B, so having a total negative charge. Now what we need to conclude? Object B acquires some negative charge. So in first step and second step we are expressing in terms of negative charge only. That means so we can add negative charge to the object or we can remove negative charge from the object but not positive charge. What is the conclusion from this one? We can add negative charge or we can remove negative charge from object, but positive charge addition and subtraction or adding and removing the positive charge is not possible. What is the conclusion from this one? We can add or we can give positive charge to the object. We can take and we can give negative charge to the object or we can take negative charge from the object. That is the conclusion. So ఇక్కడ conclusion ఏంటంటే నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ ని మనం తీయొచ్చు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నుంచి, లేదు నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ ని సో ఇవ్వచ్చు, కానీ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని తీయటం అలాగే పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని ఇవ్వటం అనేది సో ఇంపాసిబుల్ ప్రాసెస్ అన్నమాట. సో ఇంపాసిబుల్ అంటే వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్, దట్ ఈస్ హై టెంపరేచర్స్ కావాలి. సో పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయలేం. సో దానికి ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం? నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని ఇవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని తీసేయచ్చు. అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు, లేదంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ నాట్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్. సో ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఎలా చెప్పాలి మనం? నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ లోనే చెప్పాలి. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఎక్వైర్స్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పాలి? ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేసాం అని చెప్పాలి, అలాగే నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని రిమూవ్ చేసాం అని చెప్పొచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ బి నుంచి బికి నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చిందంటే ఏం చెప్పాలి? సో నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని యాడ్ చేసాం, నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని యాడ్ చేస్తే నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది, నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని రిమూవ్ చేస్తే పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ చెప్పాలి, ఎలక్ట్రాన్ గురించి చెప్పాలి. అంతేగాని పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని డైరెక్ట్ గా యాడ్ చేయలేము మనం. సో పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చిందంటే వై వీఆర్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ దట్ ఇట్ అక్వైర్స్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్. సో డోంట్ సే లైక్ దిస్. We need to say that loses some negative charge so that acquires positive charge. Next one here in second case that acquires negative charge. We need to conclude like that. So అంటే నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ బేస్ చేసుకుని చెప్పాలి. అంతేగాని పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ యాడ్ చేసాం పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ రిమూవ్ చేసి చెప్పకూడదు. ఏం చెప్పాలి? నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ యాడ్ చేస్తే నెగటివ్ వస్తుంది, నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ రిమూవ్ చేస్తే పాజిటివ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. అంతే. కంక్లూజన్ అర్థమైందా? Can I go through the next one? So example, for example, conservation of charge gurinche example. So here one pair projection is there. That means the gamma particle is going to divided into two particles. One is electron and positron. So for electron, what is the charge? Minus E. Minus E is the charge. Positron plus E. What is the total value? 0. For this one, gamma also 0. So in this reaction, total initial charge is 0. In this reaction, total initial charge, total final charge is minus E plus E. That is also 0 only. So that in this process, in any process, charge should be conserved. That means total charge before the reaction is equal to total charge after the reaction. That is called charge conservation. Next one, next example for that one. So just check this nuclear reaction. Uranium 235. If you bombard with one neutron, then there is a splitting of a nuclei like this. So here Xe140 and Sr94 is there. Xe54, Xe, Sr38 is there with two neutrons. Now can you conserve charge? So is the charge conservation is valid for this? Answer is yes only. So what is the total initial charge? Here 92 and 0. Total charge is how much? 92 E. Next, total final 54 plus 38 plus 0. Here 54, 38, 2 into 0. So how much it is? 92 only. So total initial charge is equal to total final charge. So we can conclude that total initial charge is same as total final charge. So that charge is conserved. So in the universe or in any process, a charge should be conserved. So there is no loss in a charge. So ila conserve avutundi. So total charge conservation apply cheyalsinde. Advainda. Total charge anedi eppudu ఏ రియాక్షన్ కైనా కన్సిడర్ అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ జనరల్ MCQ. The law of conservation of charge states that for isolated system net charge is increases, decreases, remains constant, becomes 0. Which one is the correct one? Which one you are going to select?
Remains constant. Remains constant.
Remains constant. Very good. Remains constant. That is from conservation of charge. Next one. Go through this example. When a glass rod is rubbed with silk, becomes positive as it loses electrons, and silk becomes negative. So ఒకటి లూజ్ అయిందంటే ఇంకోటి ఏమవుతుంది? గెయిన్ అవుతుంది. సో టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ కన్సిడర్ అవ్వాలి కదా. సో హియర్ ఏ గ్లాస్ రాడ్ రబ్బర్డ్ విత్ సిల్క్ దెన్ and becomes positive by losing electrons. Now silk becomes glass rod ఏమైంది? ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లూజ్ అయింది. సో అప్పుడు సిల్క్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ గెయిన్ అవుతుంది. గెయిన్ అయిందంటే ఏ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది? నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది. ఒకటి లాస్ అయింది, గ్లాస్ రాడ్ లాస్ అయిపోయింది. సో ఆ లాస్ అయినవి అన్ని ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తాయి? మళ్ళీ సిల్క్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి. అందుకని ఏమవుతుంది? సిల్క్ ఏమవుతుంది? నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఎక్వైర్ అవుతుంది. సో సిల్క్ బికమ్స్ నెగటివ్. సో ఇది కూడా కన్జర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ నుంచి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాం. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్. సో మెయిన్ డిస్కషన్స్ ఏమున్నాయి? క్వాంటైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ Q ఈక్వల్ టు n ఇంటూ స్మాల్ e. నెక్స్ట్ కన్జర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్. సో ఈ రెండింటికి అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంతే, మిగిలిన అప్లికేషన్స్ ఏం లేవు. Next, electrification. So first one, we need to discuss about different types of materials. After that, we are going to discuss electrification process. Now, so what are the different types of materials are there? Different types of materials are, one is a conductor, next one is insulator, next one is a semiconductor. So we can divide based on electrical property, we can divide materials into three different types. Based on electrical property, we can divide materials into three different types. One is conductors, next one insulators, next one semiconductors. So based on electrical property, we can divide, based on electrical property, we can divide material into three different types. One is conductor, insulator, semiconductor. Next, so what is meant by conductor? What is meant by conductor? So conductor is a material through which charge can flow easily. So if a material accepting a flow of charge, then that is called a conductor. So conductor ante enti, electrons easy ga flow annitni kuda conductors antam. So can you give the example for that one? Best conductor enti? Copper. Or simply we can say that metals. Metals are conductors. All metals are comes under conductors only. Example enti? Metals. Metals ante copper, iron, silver iyanni kuda. Metals. Next one, insulator. So what is meant by insulator? So the material which is not allowing charge to flow through it, then that is called insulator. So what is meant by insulator? The material which that does not allow flow of charge, then that is considered as a insulator. Now, what are the best insulator? Silk, cotton, rubber, or maximum many of the plastic are good insulators. So just check this diagram. For insulator, charge is concentrated at one place only. If you give charge for insulator, then that will concentrate it there only. Now, if you give charge for metals, what happens to that metal? Check the diagram once. If you give charge to metal, then that will distribute throughout the surface. If you give charge to a metal, then that will distribute throughout the surface. If you give charge to an insulator, then that will concentrate it at that place only. If you go the charge at this place, then that will concentrate it at that place only. అంటే మనం ఎక్కడ ఛార్జ్ ఇస్తే అక్కడే ఉంటది. దీనికి ఇన్సులేటర్ కి అయితే, అదే కండక్టర్ కి అయితే మొత్తం ఓవరాల్ గా డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయిపోతుంది, మొత్తం సర్ఫేస్ మీద డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయిపోతుంది. అంటే సో ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, ఇన్సులేటర్ కి మనం ఛార్జ్ ఇవ్వచ్చు, ఇస్తే ఎక్కడ ఉంటది అది, ఆన్ ది పర్టికులర్ ప్లేస్ ఓన్లీ. ఇట్ వోంట్ మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ ప్లేస్ టు అదర్ ప్లేస్. ఒక ప్లేస్ నుంచి ఇంకో ప్లేస్ మూవ్ అది అక్కడే ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ సెమీ కండక్టర్స్. సో సెమీ కండక్టర్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? సో ఇట్ విల్ అలౌ సమ్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ చార్జ్. అంటే అటు ఇన్సులేటర్ కాదు, ఇటు కండక్టర్ కాదు, అంటే ఫుల్ గా అలౌ చేయరు, అలా అని కంప్లీట్ గా బ్లాక్ చేయరు. సో ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇట్ విల్ అలౌ బట్ వెరీ స్లోలీ. సో ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ప్రాపర్టీ లైస్ బిట్వీన్ కండక్టర్స్ అండ్ insulators, that is nothing but semiconductors. Now what are the general example for semiconductor? Germanium, silicon, gallium and arsenic. Germanium, silicon, gallium, arsenic. So ivanni kuda semiconductor ke examples. Now next one, next concept, process of electrification. Electrification can be divided into how many types of electrifications are there? What is meant by electrification? Giving of charge, or the method of imparting the charge on the surface. So if you want to give some charge to an object, then that is called electrification. Now, so what are the different methods of electrification? First one is charging by friction. Next one, charging by conduction. Charging by induction. Here three different electrification processes are there. Here three different electrification processes are there. One is charging by friction. Second one is charging by conduction. Third one is charging by induction. Here three different types of electrification processes are there. What is the first one? Electrification different processes are. What is the first one? Electrification are charging by friction. Second one, charging by conduction. Charging by induction. So in that one, in that term only answer is there. Charging by friction, charging by conduction, charging by induction. In that term only answer is there or explanation is there. Now, first one, charging by friction. First one, charging by friction means. So how you are going to charge an object with the help of friction process? That is electrification by charging. Now, just take a glass rod and silk cloth. Glass rod and silk cloth. Now, if they are rubbed each other, then what happens? What happens? Just see the diagram. The glass rod is going to lose some electrons. Glass rod is going to lose some electrons. So it becomes a positive. Then that loses some electrons. Those electrons are transferred to silk cloth. So that gains electrons. So that becomes negatively charged. So check the diagram here. Just consider one glass rod and silk cloth. Just take a glass rod and silk cloth. If you rub that on each other, then what happens here? Glass rod is going to lose some electrons. Glass rod is going to lose some electrons. If it loses some electrons, then that acquires positive charge. So it becomes a positively charged object. Next one. So here some loss is there. So what happens? These electrons will transfer to this silk cloth. Now, so when the electrons are transferred, then what happens? It gains some electrons, so that it becomes a negatively charged object. It becomes a negatively charged. So this is the process of electrification by friction or charging by friction. ఇక్కడ ఇనిషియల్ గా అన్చార్జెడ్, ఇదేమైంది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయింది. సో దిస్ వన్ నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయింది. ఇనిషియల్ గా అన్చార్జెడ్, సో ఇదేమైంది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయింది, ఇది నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయింది. హియర్ దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ అన్చార్జెడ్, సో ఇట్ బికమ్స్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ నౌ. హియర్ దిస్ బికమ్స్ నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ నౌ. ఇనిషియల్లీ there is no charge on either of the glass rods, either of the glass rod and silk cloth. Here uncharged, glass rod is uncharged, silk cloth is uncharged. Now what happens? If you rub each other, if you rub each other, glass rod becomes positively charged and silk cloth becomes a negatively charged object. So ikkada emani, so neutral charges alla ఇది పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ అయిపోయింది, ఇక్కడికి నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ వచ్చేసింది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జింగ్ బై ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఆర్ ఎలక్ట్రిఫికేషన్ బై ఫ్రిక్షన్. ఎలక్ట్రిఫికేషన్ అన్న చార్జింగ్ అన్న ఇదే ప్రాసెస్. సో ఈజ్ దిస్ క్లియర్? దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్, చార్జింగ్ బై ఇండక్షన్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ చార్జింగ్ బై ఇండక్షన్. సో ఇండక్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇండక్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ అంటే ఏంటి? Charging by induction. What is meant by induction process? Induction means there is no contact between the objects. Induction process అంటే కాంటాక్ట్ ఏమి ఉండదు. కాంటాక్ట్ లేకుండా ఛార్జింగ్ అయితే, కాంటాక్ట్ లో లేకుండా ఛార్జ్ చేయగలం. సో ఇంతకుముందు ఏం చేసాం? రబ్ చేసాం అంటే కాంటాక్ట్ లో వచ్చినాయి. సో ఇప్పుడు కాంటాక్ట్ లో లేకుండా మనం ఛార్జ్ చేయగలం, చేయొచ్చు. దాన్ని ఆ ప్రాసెస్ ని ఏమంటాం? ఛార్జింగ్ బై ఇండక్షన్. నౌ చెక్ దట్ వన్. So here one positively charged object is there. The positive charge is distributed throughout the surface. Now what happens? So here other object is there, that is a neutral charged object. Other object is there, that is a neutrally charged object. Now if you move this one to, if you move this positively charged object to this side, then what happens to that one? Check it once. So when a charged object brought close to the uncharged object, just I am taking this object very close to that uncharged object. Now, just go through this one. Here, what I am doing? Just I am bringing this one to this side. Now, so what happens to that one? If you brought this positively charged object to this uncharged object, then what happens? So negatively charged in this one, negatively charged ions are attracted towards positive. So remaining side will become a so here these are the positive charges. So negative charges will attract toward this one. Positive charges will repel from the positive charges, so that will appear here. Now in this case, the entire thing becomes this becomes a negative charge and this becomes a positive charge as it is. Next, charging by conduction. So if you place two objects here are in contact, then what happens? That positive charge will transfer to that one. If you place one charged object and uncharged object are in contact, then what happens? That positive charge will transmit to the uncharged object, then that also becomes a positively charged one. So if uncharged object placed in contact with the positively charged object, then that uncharged object becomes a positive. This is the charging by conduction. So these are the three different processes. Now go through this first question. When a glass rod is rubbed with silk, glass rod loses some electrons, silk gains equal amount of electrons. This process is called charging by induction, charging by friction, charging by conduction, charging by electricity. Which one is correct?
Charging by
friction. Next one. When a charged object is touched to uncharged object, charges from charged object gets equally distributed on uncharged object. This process is called charging by conduction. Next one. When a positively charged body is brought close to the uncharged body, negative charge of uncharged body get accumulated on the same side of the charged body. This process is called charging by induction. Next one. So general theory objective type questions, just go through this one. A positively charged glass rod attracts a suspended object, then that object is a positively charged glass rod. A positively charged glass rod attracts a suspended object, then that object is positive or negative or neutral.
positive.
Is it positive? So it may be negative charge or without any charge. For negative charge also attracted by positive charge, na? And neutral charge also attracted by positive one. So which option is correct? Fourth one. So this is the important one. Generally, we are going to select first one. Generally, you may select first one, but option is a fourth one. It may be negatively. It may be negative charge or without charge. You need to select, not only negative. So don't select first one. So generally, you may think that first one is the correct answer, but answer is a fourth one. So positive charge will attract a negative charge as well as a neutral charge also. So fourth one is the answer. Remember this one. Is this clear? Next one. So induction charge induced near the surface of a conductor is similar, dissimilar, not related, or zero. In induction, charge induced in the near surface of the conductor. Similar charges are induced అవుతాయా? మనం పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ తీసుకెళ్తే పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చిందా? నో, నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది. ఇండక్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ లో పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తీసుకెళ్తే ఇంకొక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఏమొచ్చినాయి మనకి నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చింది దాని దగ్గరికి. సో దట్ డిసిమిలర్ చార్జెస్ విల్ అపియర్ ఆన్ సెకండ్ కండక్టర్. పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ తీసుకెళ్తే అది నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ కింద అపియర్ అవుతుంది. నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అన్నీ వస్తాయి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఇఫ్ ఏ బాడీ ఈజ్ చార్జ్డ్ బై రబ్బింగ్ then its weight. So this is also important, basic important question. Check it once. A body is charged by rubbing. So it is charged. Body is charged by rubbing. Now, so it remains a constant weight. Weight remains constant. Weight increases slightly, decreases slightly, may increase or decrease slightly. Weight increase అవుతుందా, decrease అవుతుందా, కాన్స్టెంట్ గా ఉంటుందా? అయితే డిక్రీజ్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వచ్చా? విచ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద కరెక్ట్ వన్? ఏ బాడీ చార్జ్డ్ బై రబ్బింగ్. రబ్ చేసాం, చార్జ్ అయింది. చార్జ్ అయిన తర్వాత వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా, డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా? సో ఇట్ విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఆర్ డిక్రీజ్. సో ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ మే ఇంక్రీజ్ ఆర్ డిక్రీజ్. వై? బికాస్ అక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ రాయలేదుగా, ఎక్వైర్ అయింది అన్నారు అంతే. పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ లేదు. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఎక్వైర్ సమ్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్, బట్ దట్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్, ఇట్ మే బికమ్స్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్, ఇట్ మే బికమ్స్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్. సో పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయితే వెయిట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా, డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా? ఇఫ్ ఏ న్యూట్రల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ బికమ్స్ పాజిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ వన్, దెన్ వెయిట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ఆర్ డిక్రీజ్?
Decrease.
Increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Neutral atom or neutral object becomes positively charged, then weight becomes decreases or increases?
Decreases, sir.
Decreases. Decreases. What is the reason? Positively charged means that is going to lose some electrons, na? So electrons lose అయిపోయిందా లేదా? ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లాస్ అయింది. ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లాస్ అయితే అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ రిమూవ్ చేసినట్టే కదా ఇందులోంచి. కొన్ని ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోయినాయి అంటే వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? డిక్రీజ్ అయింది. నెక్స్ట్, సో వెన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ గెట్స్ నెగిటివ్ చార్జ్, దెన్ ఇట్ అక్వైర్స్ సమ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. దట్ మీన్స్ వెయిట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్. అంటే పాజిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ అయిందంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి, అప్పుడు వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? డిక్రీజ్ అయిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్, నెగిటివ్లీ చార్జ్ అయిందంటే ఇట్ అక్వైర్ సమ్ నెగిటివ్ చార్జెస్ ఆర్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. సో వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది అంటే ఉన్న వాటికన్నా ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ పెరుగుతున్నాయి. సో వెయిట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ హియర్. అంటే పాజిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ అయితే వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. నెగిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ అయితే వెయిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. పాజిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ ఏమో డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, నెగిటివ్లీ చార్జ్డ్ అయితే ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇది క్లియర్, దిస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్. సో ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ నెగిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఎవలా? జస్ట్ చార్జర్ అన్నాడు అంతే, అందుకని ఫోర్త్ ఆప్షన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. అదే పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే ఏం రాయాలి? వెయిట్ డిక్రీజెస్ అని రాయాలి. నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయితే వెయిట్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ అని రాయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, when a glass rod is rubbered with silk, positive charge are created on silk cloth, positive charge are transferred from glass to silk, electrons are transferred from glass to silk, electrons are transferred from silk to glass. Which one is correct? So A select చేసుకో. So wrong options తీసే. పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అనేది అసలు తీసుకోమ్మా, అవునా కదా? ఇప్పుడు రోజు డిస్కషన్ ఏంటి? అసలు పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అవ్వదు, నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ మూవ్ అవుతా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ అంటే సెకండ్ ఆప్షన్ తీసేయండి. సో ఈ మూడిట్లో ఏది కరెక్ట్?
Third option.
So which one is correct? Third option is the correct. Electrons are transferred from glass rod to silk. So glass rod becomes a పాజిటివ్, సిల్క్ క్లాత్ బికమ్స్ నెగటివ్. ఆల్రెడీ ఒక డయాగ్రామ్ లో కూడా చూసాం మనం అదే. ఓకేనా? థర్డ్ ఆప్షన్ కరెక్ట్. Next one, when a charge is given to a body, if you give some charge, then more charge accumulates at a region of small radius of curvature, more charge accumulates at a region large radius of curvature, charge is distributed uniformly irrespective of the curvature, none of the above is true. So in first diagram we discussed that one. Spherical ga undo okati, inkoti curved shape lo undi. So ekkada ekku unda charge is more at curved surfaces. Charge distribution is more at curved surfaces. So which option you are going to select? More charge accumulates at a small radius of curvature. That is the correct option. Charge density is inversely proportional to the radius of curvature. Next question check. An electric charge in a uniform motion procedure. So an electric field, magnetic field. Okay, this is the next topic. Electric field. These are related to electric field. No, try to solve this one. If 10 million electrons are removed from neutral body, then charge on the body is 10 million electrons are removed, then what is the charge on the body?
Plus 1 point.
So 10 million means how many? 10 into 10 power 6. How many electrons removed? 1 million means 10 power 6. 10 million means 10 into 10 power 6 electrons are removed. So what is the formula? Q equal to Ne, number of electrons into charge of the electron. So how many electrons are removed? 10 million. 10 into 10 power 6. So what is the charge of the electron? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Then so it becomes 1.6 into 10 power minus 12 coulombs. This is the answer. What is the formula? From quantization of charge, Q equal to Ne. Next one. 1 million electrons are added to a glass rod. Then what is the charge on the electron? Charge on the rod. Electrons added. So that becomes negative charge. Electrons are added, na? So that becomes a negatively charged one. Now, what is the value? So 1 million. 1 million means how many? Number is how much? 1 million. Q equal to Ne is the formula. So here electrons are added, na? So minus Ne. Minus Ne. N is how much? 10 power 6. What is E value? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Then how much is the final value? Minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 13. So which option is correct? Second one is the correct. So Q equal to Ne, but you have to use either plus Ne or minus Ne also. You need to specify. Electrons are added means that becomes negative charge. So place negative sign before N. If you remove some electrons, then that becomes a positively charged one. So add positive sign for that. Now, next one. Similar to this one. A 10 power 20 electrons are removed from a conductor. Then nature and magnitude of the charge. So electrons are removed, then that becomes positively charged or negatively charged?
Positively charged.
Positively charged. Very good. Next one. How much is the charge? What is the formula?
First option.
What is the formula? Q equal to Ne. What is the N value? 10 power 20. What is E value? 1.6
1.6
10 power minus 19.
19.
So 1.6 into 10 will be there, or 16. Can I go
Plus
through that?
16.
So plus 16. plus 16 you have to select. Next one, next question. A body has a charge 9.6 into 10 power minus 20 coulombs. Is it possible? Not possible? May or may not be possible? Data is insufficient. Which one is correct? So possible kada ela verify cheyali? So we can according to charge quantization, charge can be expressed as integral multiple of electron. So it should be integer. Integer means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that only, not points. 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, not like that. So n should be a integer 1, 2, 3. It will take values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So now check that one, whether you are going to, whether you can express this one like this or not.
Sir, 2 point.
So what is n value? So from Q equal to NE formula, n can be written as Q by E. What is the charge given? 9.6 into 10 power minus 20 by, what is the value of charge? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Is this clear? So this is a 9.6 by 1.6 into 10 power minus 1, or 9.6 by 1.6, 96 by 16. 96 by 16 into 10 power minus 1. 96 by 16 is how much?
6.
6. So 6 times. Then 6 into 10 power minus 1 or 0.6. So n we got it as 0.6. So it is not a integer, na? So n should be 1, 2, 3 like that. So not 1.1, 0.5, 0.6, not like that. So what is your conclusion? Is it possible? No, not possible. If you get like 1, 2, 3 like that, then that is possible. Otherwise, it is impossible. So n value ఎంత రావాలి? Points లో రాకూడదు. n value ఎందులో రావాలి? Points లో రాకూడదు. So numerical direct గా 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 అలా రావాలి. Is this clear? Can you go through the next one? So ఇది కూడా అంతే. So 6.4 into 10 power minus 19 ఉంది. చెక్ చేయండి. n ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? Q by E. So n equal to Q by E. Substitute చేస్తే n వాల్యూ ఎంత అవుతుంది? n equal to Q by E.
4 possible.
6.4 into 10 power minus 19 by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 or 64 by 16 is equal to 4. You got it as a integer, n as a integer, so that it is possible. Next one. So you have to calculate number of electrons removed from the glass rod in order to acquire charge of 1 microcoulomb. That means what is the given data there? What is the value of charge? Charge is equal to 1 microcoulomb means 10 power minus 6 coulombs. Now you need to calculate n value. N is how much? What is the formula for n? From formula Q equal to NE. N equal to Q by E. What is the value of Q? 10 power minus 6. E value 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Solve this one, then you will get 6.25. If you solve this one, then you will get 6.25 into 10 power 12. So this is equal to, we can write this one as 10 power 13 by 1.6 or 10 into 10 power 12 by 1.6. 10 by 1.6 means 6.25. 10 power 12 is there plus 12 as it easily we need to write. Is that? Check it once. So it becomes 10 power 13 by 1.6. 10 power 13 can be written as 10 into 10 power 12. If you cancel 1.6 in 10, so it becomes 6.25. So first one is the correct. So these are the general questions related to charge. Is this clear?